Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am in a 2015 Toyota Corolla LE. This car belongs to a good friend of mine, Dimitri, and he's doing big stuff. I'll tell you that right now. I'll get to more of that in a second actually, but I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel, Instagram, and he even has his own website. And I'll kind of get more into that in a second. So, it has a 1.8 liter inline 4 up front and a 4-speed automatic gearbox down below. They did come with a manual option, but this does not have that option. So this car does have the 1.8 liter inline 4, like I mentioned earlier, with a possible sport mode. So basically you just switch it over to S and you are in sport mode on the shifter. And I'll show you a little bit here. It's pretty peppy. I mean, it's not going to be a sports car though. If you're looking for a sports sedan, unfortunately the Corolla is not that, but it is good at something else. In terms of interior, it is a very nice interior. It looks pretty well put together. It has a leather, or at least leather looking dash. It has very nice seats which have been covered. The front two have been covered, but it has really pretty comfortable seats. The gauge layout is pretty nice. Unfortunately, you don't get a temperature gauge, but you do get a tachometer, which is starting to go away in cars, and I really appreciate tachometers in cars these days. You have a digital clock on the dash. You have a very nice audio unit, which is in fact touchscreen. Other than that, you have your regular aircon, heating, cooling, which works very well, so much so that I actually don't have it on in the video because it's a little noisy, but it's pretty cool. So in terms of amenities and interior quality, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's very well put together. Everything's right here. It is pretty basic, but then again, you're not buying, you're not buying a Rolls Royce here. You are buying a Corolla. In terms of performance, I will give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. It does what you need. It gets good gas mileage, but it's not a sports car. It doesn't handle extremely well. I mean, it handles well like a car should, but again, like when you're throwing it into corners, it's not doing anything crazy. So the question comes up is, why buy a Toyota Corolla? If it's not sporty, then why buy it? Well, Toyota Corollas have been proven to be good cars. I mean, they're on their 11th generation. You don't make an 11th generation of a car if it's a terrible car. I mean, you just don't do that. The reason someone buys a Toyota Corolla is because they have something else going on in their life. Their focus is not the Corolla. What I mean by that is, with my RX-7, I have a 1985 Mazda RX-7. When I park it somewhere, 9 times out of 10, I'm parking it somewhere that has to do with that car. I'm taking it to a car meet, or I'm showing it off at school, something like that. With this, you have something else interesting going on in your life. The owner of this car, Dimitri, he's very involved with Food Fight, which fights childhood hunger. He's writing a movie script right now. He has tons of projects going on. He has meetings. He has all these things he has to go to. And this car gets him there in a fair amount of style. I do really like the styling of the outside. I think it's one of the best looking Corollas, minus the A86 of the 80s, because that's just a classic. But it's a good looking car. It's something you can show up in, and it gets you from point A to point B. It's very comfortable. You could seat up to 5, so you can get your whole crew together. You're not gonna break any necks driving through downtown. You're not gonna have any people come up to you in a parking lot and say, yo, what is that? Like, unfortunately, that's not gonna happen with this car. It's not gonna be a showstopper. But it doesn't have to be. This is a car for non-enthusiasts. That being said, it's a really good car for non-enthusiasts. It gets pretty good gas mileage. It's very, well put together, which I wouldn't expect anything less from Toyota. They're a pretty reputable brand. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. I'll be back with more videos very, very soon. Take care, guys.